Lesson 48. At the restaurant. Basic patterns. This soup is incredible. Have you tried it yet? I was trying to decide what to order. I'm going to have the steak. I've never had fried chicken this good before. How do you want your steak cooked? This chicken is undercooked. My compliments to the chef. Are you ready to order? What's your special today? Would you like any more coffee? Do you have reservations tonight? Would you like a smoking or non-smoking table? Can I look at a menu? Would you like any dessert? What's the soup of the day? Dialogue 1. This soup is incredible. Have you tried it yet?
I did the last time I was here with my husband.
You've been here before. Why didn't you tell me?
I thought I had. I come here often. The chef here is very famous, I think.
Really? Who is it?
I can't remember his name. It's an Italian name. I've been trying all night to remember.
Oh, wait. I think I read something about him in the paper last week.
Yes, that's the one. I still have the newspaper article at home.
I read that he used to work for a restaurant in New York.
Why did he come out here?
He has a family. He thinks New York City isn't good for a family.
Is that what the article said?
Yes. I thought that part about his family was interesting.
Have you had the steamed duck here?
No, I was trying to decide what to order. Is that good?
Yes, I definitely recommend it.
If you insist, then that's what I'll order. What are you having?
I'm going to have the steak. You won't regret it.
Dialogue 2.
I don't think we should tip our waiter.
That's pretty harsh. Why not?
Our orders were both late. He seems bored to be here.
That's true. I had noticed that he doesn't have a very good attitude.
I wouldn't mind all that, but he also almost dumped my food in my lap.
I hate to not tip, though. I was a waiter in college. It's not an easy job.
Were you a bad waiter in college?
Some nights I was bad, if I had something else on my mind, like exams.
Did you get tipped on those nights?
I don't remember. I don't think most people tip me very well anyways.
That's too bad. Maybe we should tip this guy after all.
I'd just leave $1 or $2. Maybe he's just having a bad night.
You're too nice. I guess that's why I like you.
Look at it this way. If we don't tip him now, he may give even worse service in the future.
That's true, but if he does give bad service again, we should complain to his boss.
That seems fair. Okay, we'll tip a little bit and see how he is next time. Dialogue 3.
How long have we been waiting here?
I think it's been about 30 minutes, but this is a Friday night.
We should have gotten reservations.
Look, they just called number 81. We're 84. We won't have to wait for too much longer.
That's true. I just wish we could sit down somewhere.
I do too, but the wait will make us appreciate our meal even more.
I don't see how you're always so positive. I need to try harder to be that way.
It does make life easier. Look at this menu. That will make the time go by faster.
Yes, but the food looks so good that it also makes me hungrier.
The food is good, that's for sure. I've been here a few times before.
I can smell the food in the kitchen. I sure hope we'll get in soon.
Did you hear that? They just called numbers 82 and 83. That means we're next.
Good. Finally, we can get something to eat.
Dialogue 4.
Did you see the group at table 8?
Do you mean the loud business group? Yeah, I saw them. Why?
The big guy with the mustache and glasses is the worst customer I have had in a while. I hate him.
Why? You seem pretty upset. What did he do?
He's a pig and a complainer. He insults me to amuse his friends. Then he finds little things wrong with the food and blames me.
Wow, he sounds pretty awful.
They just ordered more beers, so they're going to stay for a while.
That's really too bad. Do you need any help?
No, I've got it under control.
After the beers, they're just going to be more obnoxious.
I know, but I can deal with it. They might leave a big tip.
It's your decision. At least you'll be making some money tonight.
Why do you say that? Are you having a bad night?
Things are pretty slow in my section tonight. Just bad luck.
I just had a new couple sit at table 9. Do you want them?
Sure, that'd be great.
No problem. I've got my hands full with table 8 anyway.
Dialogue 5. This chicken is really good. I'm glad you chose this place.
I know. I haven't had chicken like this since I was a child.
I've never had fried chicken this good before.
I did when I was little. My grandmother was very good at cooking Southern food.
Is that where fried chicken is from? The South?
Yes, it is. In fact, this restaurant specializes in traditional Southern food.
I noticed that. There are lots of mashed potatoes, green beans, and iced tea here.
The funny thing is that the head chef is from Ohio, nowhere near the South.
This kind of food isn't really good for you, though.
It's certainly not. That's true. Every so often, though, it doesn't hurt to indulge yourself. For me, it also brings back good childhood memories.
You should go home more often and get this kind of cooking then.
I do, but my grandmother has gotten too old to cook as much as she used to.
I can understand that. Maybe you should bring her here and see what she thinks.
I plan to, but I'm worried that the food is so good it will make her jealous.
That's a good point. You wouldn't want to upset her.
I'll just tell her that her cooking is even better than this. It's certainly not worse.
Substitution drills. 1. This soup is incredible. This soup is wonderful. This soup is fantastic. This soup is delightful. 2. Have you had the steamed duck here? Have you tried the steamed duck here? Have you tasted the steamed duck here? Have you ordered the steamed duck here? 3. The chef here is very famous, I think. The chef here is very well known, I think. The chef here is very renowned, I think. The chef here is very popular, I think. 4. That's pretty harsh. That's pretty mean. That's pretty cruel. That's pretty unfair. 5. I had noticed that he doesn't have a very good attitude. I had noticed that he doesn't have a very good personality. I had noticed that he doesn't have a very good demeanor. I had noticed that he doesn't have a very good manner. 6. Some nights I was bad if I had something else on my mind, like exams. Some nights I was bad if I had something else to think about, like exams. Some nights I was bad if I had something else distracting me, like exams. Some nights I was bad if I had something else in my thoughts, like exams. 7. They just called number 81. They just announced number 81. They just let in number 81. They just asked for number 81. 8. I don't see how you're always so positive. I don't see how you're always so upbeat. I don't see how you're always so happy. I don't see how you're always so cheerful. 9. I can smell the food in the kitchen. I can smell the aroma in the kitchen. I can smell the dinner in the kitchen. I can smell the scents in the kitchen. 10. Do you mean the loud business group? Do you mean the noisy business group? Do you mean the irritating business group? Do you mean the boisterous business group? 11. Then he finds little things wrong with the food and blames me. Then he finds little things bad with the food and blames me. Then he finds little things the matter with the food and blames me. Then he finds little things to complain about with the food and blames me. 12. I know, but I can deal with it. I know, but I can cope with it. I know, but I can handle it. I know, but I can take care of it. 13. This chicken is really good. This chicken is really tasty. This chicken is really delicious. This chicken is really yummy. 14. Is that where fried chicken is from? Is that where fried chicken was from? Is that where fried chicken comes from? Is that where fried chicken originates? 15. The funny thing is that the head chef is from Ohio, nowhere near the South. The interesting thing is that the head chef is from Ohio, nowhere near the South. The unusual thing is that the head chef is from Ohio, nowhere near the South. The odd thing is that the head chef is from Ohio, nowhere near the South. Monologue. Tipping is a common practice in America. For some services, the customer adds a little extra money to the bill. This is normally done for workers such as waiters, barbers, taxi drivers, and food deliverers. Depending on the type of service, it is customary to tip between 10 and 30% of the total bill. There are two reasons for tipping. The kind of workers who normally receive tips usually have a low regular salary. They depend on their tips to make a living. The benefit for the customer is that tipping encourages good service. If a waiter provides poor service or the barber gives a bad haircut, then he or she knows that they will not receive a good tip. Tipping generously, when deserved, is often a sign of good manners and kindness.